We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. Off we go from Pittsburgh. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Okay,
from the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run, and here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Raven first down.
Got it. Ready.
Now a give up the middle.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Second and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's a toss, right side. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
29-yard line.
First carry for the Auburn alum, Jake Bigsby. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. He's inside the 35. An electrifying run, bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Hey, check that. 70s.
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
It is 2nd and 9.
60 Eagles. Go.
Right back to Irving. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
He'll go again here with Irving. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Steelers are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll take this up past the 40, pick up at 5.
Taken down at the 41. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 4.
Ready? Go.
On the toss, they'll run. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's going to gain a 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. Set. Let go.
He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. He's going to have a Ravens 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
And they knew they were in a tough spot here defensively. Anytime a team gets you down into these 4th and short situations, we've kind of seen this take hold in the NFL. The ability of offenses to generate 1st downs on 4th down continues to improve year after year, and defenses have a hard time winning these gotta-have moments.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And left side, it's caught. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, Baltimore.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Get up! 70 line! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then, what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready up! Set up! Viking 18! Let go! Let's go!
Right away, they'll set up to throw. A throw caught by Judy on the outside. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
A gain of 9.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now a 3rd and 2.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Head to 60!
Now they'll set up to throw. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. So after 1, it's the Ravens out front. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 4th down coming up. So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
46-yard line.
Let's go!
They'll motion the tight end, Thomas.
Let's go!
They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Really impressive job there by the defense, Mike. I mean, to not only absorb the initial push, but now you got to get the back on the ground. And sometimes to hold up against these big old offensive linemen and stick an arm out to get the ball carrier down, it's easier said than done. And Really nice job here by the defensive front.
19, Charger.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is hard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
12-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Write down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Cougar 19. Mustang 19. Steady.
Right back to him on first down. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only one.
He was taken down at the
He does a
10-yard
nice
line.
job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Here we go. Set. Viking 18. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Slot man gonna move in motion left. Now to tap this one forward, the receiver heading left. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. It's gonna be third. They need 1.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 21, Steelers 3. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. They'll get across the 20, mark them down 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now, faking the give. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
3-yard line.
He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. 70 Timberwolves.
A give. This is Irving. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
At the 26.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
It's 4th down.
Mustang 19.
will indeed go as they look to throw. That one underthrown and intercepted. Hit by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks. Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And he will have the Ravens first down. That'll be a pickup of about 5. As they convert on 3rd and inches.
Ready.
They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. They'll stay on the ground. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
He's brought down by Jordan Burch. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 34-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Ready.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. The ball comes out. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
2nd and inches.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His 4th TD grab of the season.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed him. In this game, it looked like he was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drop. He finds Thomas coming across the field. Look at the big guy rumble. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry, what an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good for the Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Gary Judy, the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he will have a 1st down, and they're in the field goal range now at the 30. Now a signal, timeout called, 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
30-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. The Steelers going to send out their field goal unit here. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers are back within 2 scores.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
Safe kick taken at the 5. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. run it. It's Irving. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
That's good for
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
The handoff, it's Irving. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Quick throw here is complete. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down, 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
Let's go now.
They'll try and run for it. He's got a first down inside the 45. And he will score. Bucky Irving. Touchdown Steelers.
Well, I love it, Mike. We're seeing so many teams nowadays as they approach midfield, even on their side of the 50, keeping their offense on the field on 4th down. And it's certainly a risk. It's certainly up there for debate, but in this case, big chance, big reward, and they come down with 6.
That's the score. Ravens 28, Steelers 20. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready, break. Come on.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick hitting slant there. He's taken down just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Baltimore.
77.
A run here with Mitchell. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He was taken down by Cameron Hitchens. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
19 Tiger.
Moving to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A quick throw. That's complete on the slant.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Ready, 18 Cardinal, 8 Triple 8, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They bring their tight end right.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to run it. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
6-yard line.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and
Let's
7.
go now. Cowboy 80.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. One of the Steelers has it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
On 1st down, here's Irvin. And he'll get about 5.
It's the Irvin ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Irvin. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Hit by Malachi Starks.
So in this last possession, Mike, they take the ball away, and they do it from playing cover 3 defense. So what that means is there's 3 deep players. There's 2 corners and a safety. They divide the field into thirds, and everybody else underneath is just looking at the quarterback. Straight zone coverage, played perfectly, leads to a big takeaway.
Here's a run going left. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and 11. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
Here's a designed run. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. He called his own number, and it worked. 16 on the gain and a 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Just his 1st catch. They have held him in check so far. but that one gives them a first down. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal.
Here we go, set. Stretch the Eagles, stretch the Eagles. Grab throw 80. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Baltimore. On is Luke to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will extend this third quarter lead.
Steelers 20. Tyler Luke to kick
Now,
off
after the
Baltimore.
touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin
At their
there.
own 25-yard line.
Ready, check, hurt, hurt. Ready.
They'll run with Irving. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And the Steelers.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest.
Oh, a loose football. One of the Ravens has it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Luke now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens tack on one more to their lead.
42. Steelers 20. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be taken down on the return on what will be the final play of this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. On EA Sports. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
Irving now gets it to start the 4th. And he's brought down after a gain of a
He
couple.
was brought down by Kyle Hamilton. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 24-yard
ready
line.
From the 24 now, here is second and 8.
Ready. 70. Ready.
From the gun, it's Shador. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Let's go.
On third down, Sanders. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
It's a gain of 55.
That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 55 yards on the game.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Come on, set. Check, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check go.
Handoff here, up the middle, and it doesn't appear that he got to that.
Yard. Brings up 3rd
19.
and 1.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And the Steelers are going to be set up 1st and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Ready.
Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have...
This is intercepted. He works free, right side. Accelerating toward midfield.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. Off the play fake, here's Howard. Got a man downfield, it's Thomas. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Peyton Wilson on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 35-yard line.
Now, Howard. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Quick throw, taken in. 15 yards through the air. 1st down, Baltimore.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple, and it's second down.
At the 18-yard line.
Nice job by the running back
2
making the
yards on
first guy
pickup.
miss, but it's the
Second and
pursuit
8.
by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.